Boom. Oh, my overlays aren't working right. Hello, hello, everybody. I hope your week's found you well. We are going to be back in Subnautica today.
Emergency power only.
Emergency
Power
power
restored.
only, not true.
Primary systems online.
We'll grab that out, though, while we're here. Ah, gotta get the right keybinds again. Wait, we'll keep that. That. Thank you, Aki. So real quick before we get into it this week, there's one thing I wanted to say. I'm trying out a new thing. We're going to do a little shout out here. Big thank you to Gator Gamer 34, best comment of the week. If y'all comment on anything, whether it's posts, videos, streams, whatever, I look at all of it, always do, always check the chat, all that stuff. And I think from here on, if we get enough of them coming through, we'll try to do best comment of the week. Gator Gamer's comment was really, really nice. It was whatever you want, man, because eventually you might start feeling burnt out. It was on this week's stream vote, which is done over on the community tab of the of the channel. Yeah, that's the words. Very nice guy. Never worry about that though. I only put things on the vote that I'd be willing to play. And in the long term, what's being put on the vote will be determined by the Discord group, which I promise I am still working on, y'all. I want to make sure that it's all, like, perfect, and my attention to perfection is resulting in a delay. Hey, how's it going, MKM? Good to see ya. So today, we're going to be going up there. We're going to go get our dive suit, or dive kit and everything. First, let's go check on upgrades. We need to make sure we have everything we're going to need. So let's go. Oh, turn that off, please. I can't see anything. There we go. Yeah, that overlay don't work too good if you're going straight up. Alright. In we go. We built this Cyclops last time around. Got ourselves all kitted up and ready to go with all the food and everything we're going to need for a long-term trip. I do apologize if I'm a little bit not as loud or a little bit slower on the words today. This week I went out to the dentist and my face still hurts a little bit. Ah, we're still recharging all the power supplies. That's right. That's why the base is at no power. The batteries are still charging. All right, let's go grab them. I should say, very fortunately, nothing bad at the dentist. Just getting fillings replaced, which is a really pleasant experience, of course. Super great. Alright, there are our batteries. Give me those back. Where are the rest of the batteries? Did I put them away somewhere? Yes, I did. Okay. Charge those up. Grab these out. Swim on up to our fancy new submarine. It's only been on one mission. We're gonna get a lot more bang for our buck out of this thing, I hope. It could get destroyed in the next mission, in which case, no more bang for buck and guaranteed death. Good times, good times. If this thing crumbles in the deep, we're not getting back out. We might be able to, like, vacate to our prawn suit and then try to walk to the surface, but the probability of that actually successfully taking place is near zero. The chances of that prawn suit getting to a shallow enough piece of water, or area of water, that I can then successfully surface and then get back to base? Oh, please. Snowball's got a better chance in hell. So, we gotta hope that that Cyclops does not fail on us. One of the things we're gonna try to do to prevent that is once this is all charged up, we're gonna try and make ourselves decoys. I believe those are made on craft. Yeah, those are made on craft. But we can look at the blueprint. Don't walk into the wall. We're multitasking. Alright, where, oh where? We should also put some upgrades on the prawn suit itself, specifically a grappling arm. Cyclops Death Module Mark 1. Wait, where is Mark 1? Cyclops Death Module Mark 1 is also not unlocked. Okay. We should probably get the shield generator too. The max crush depth on the Cyclops. Wrong button, Vince. Alright, we're draining this guy out and then we'll be good to go. Increase the amount of fuel in the biogenerator. Eat a bunch of it. Bring up our food and water bars to max. Getting all the details ready for our next mission. There we go. We're fully stocked, fully kitted. Come on. Go faster. Alright, let's check and see if we have the decoy. We should have the decoy unlocked. Because when we get the module. Hey, how's it going, Godzilla with his sidekick edits? I like that name. Very, very crafty of you. We're getting ready to go to the deepest part of the ocean, all the way down to the lava level, ideally. If we can get away with that today, that'll be a big win. That's where we were keeping our seeds. That's where we're keeping our food supplies. That's our battery charger, don't need that. And this is our basic resources. Alright. That's an expansion on that. And this is where we'll throw our titanium. We'll throw our batteries in here with our life support. What is hitting us? Ship integrity is at full, so I'm not going to question it, I guess. We have benzene, right? I think we brought back benzene with the last mission. Could have swore. Let me check. These are all empty, so the benzene's got to be in the base. See, for those of you watching this and watching it on the playlist, all of this is just happening sequentially, one stream after the other. For me, there's at least 2 weeks between each stream. At least. So I end up having to play the memory game every time I get back in here for a little bit, at least. So I remember how old Vince had everything sorted. Hey, benzene, there we go. Lithium. Oh, wait, that's lead. That's not lithium. Do we not have any lithium in here? Wowie zowie. Alright, alright. I see how it is. And then we need an advanced wiring kit. So that's going to be 2 of these, 1 of these. 1 of these. No, wait. 2 of these. 2 of these. Wiring kit. Copper cable. Circuit chip. And the advanced wiring kit requires some more gold, which we have plenty of. Advanced wiring kit. Boom. Alright, we're gonna go grab some shale deposits out here if we can find some. That will solve our lithium problem. That's magnetite. Don't want that. I don't want diamonds, but I'll take it. This ain't Minecraft. That isn't the end-all be-all. I need varieties of resources, game. There's another shale outcropping. Oh. Get stuck on the fish, or did I get stuck on... There we go, lithium. Perfect. Alright, gonna craft ourselves that grappling arm. Because that should make it possible for our bad boy to be able to traverse some of the more difficult regions. Being able to move in the third dimension is a great way to assure survival. Evade the fire suppressions. No, thank you. Access upgrades. Here you go, grappling arm. Ba-bam. Now, you can only make the... Do we need to unlock the decoy and the decoy upgrade? Because if so, dumb. Maybe I'm remembering wrong and they weren't always paired, but I feel like they were a pair back in the day. Alright. Well, off we go. We're gonna go grab our batteries and we're gonna get diving. Leaving our little hidey hole for the time being and going out and seeing the big wide world. Power cell charger, beautiful. Free water, I'll take that. Put the salt away in our hoard. You dare me to go to the death zone? No, thank you. That's how everything gets destroyed, and we don't have any decoys. We don't have any defenses or decoys. The trick with the Cyclops is that it's just big enough right now that it can take a hit and drive away. That's the only redeeming quality of this machine right now. Is it can take a hit, and then it can run away. Before we go to the Sea Dragon's lair, though, there's one place I want to check out. Before we go all the way down into the deepest of deep depths, we're gonna go check out this last marker. Just so that we can get it off the screen, if nothing else. What's engine speed at? Fine. If we make it go faster, there's a chance it'll light itself on fire, so we're not gonna do that. We gotta raise up a little bit. I love how it tells us our power, but it doesn't tell us anything. It doesn't tell us our health. Oh wait, it does down there. My bad. My bad. Can you tell it's been a little bit since I've Subnautica? Right there. But yeah, if we turn this thing up, it'll start overheating the engines. That's the emergency button. That's the, oh, do this for 20 seconds to try and get away for something really spoopy button. Any longer than that and you're just asking for it. And I'd rather not waste power on repairing the ship when we have a finite amount of power for the mission. That is, at least until we set up either a way station for charging, which we could do, like in the Lost River. We could set up a little base down there just meant for stopping off, hopping out of the Cyclops, recharging Cyclops batteries, repairing kit. But power down there would be at a very, very high premium. We'd probably have to run with like a nuclear reactor or something like that and then feed it uranium to keep it going. Which is obviously quite a bit of work. So if we can get away without, we might try just to save resources and time, but we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Radar is still good, though. Oh no, we hit something. First depth for this thing is pretty deep, too. Fine. We're just gonna send her down. do love these bone sharks. Also love the fact that they're not attacking me because I'm too big. Alright, dive. Dive. There's the ledge here. Get out a little bit further. Dive more. It'll be right below crush depth, at least from what I'm seeing here. So we'll drop out into the prawn suit and further investigate from there. Nothing on the radar. When you're this deep down. Oh, there's something. Look at that. Is that a ghost? I don't think that's a ghost Leviathan. We're gonna quiet down. We get real sneaky with it. Alright, 40 meters above crush depth. Turning off all engine noise. Turning off... Oh, the ship is pitched. Well, I think we tapped something on the way down. This is... Back in the day, this used to cause a huge glitch with the Cyclops where you could drive it at an angle. Like, you'd pitch the ship 35 degrees forward, and then it would stay like this forever. It will equalize eventually, but I don't care right now. We're going out in our safety suit. Something tries to mess with us with this, we'll punch him. We'll punch him real good. Oh, that's the grapple. Oh, so because we don't have a hand anymore, we can't just pick stuff up off the ground. That's a little bit annoying. Safety suit, you get it, Dak. This is our safety suit. It allows us to really mess them up. What's this? Please be the Cyclops depth. Yes! It's the Cyclops depth module, guys. Yes. What we needed. What we needed. All right. Is there a way in here? Yes, there is. The PDA in here we get for the unlock. Boom.
Integrating new PDA data.
All right, where? There. Perfect. All right. Boom. Mission accomplished, and we didn't die. Big wins. Big wins. What does it cost for this module? First thing I want to know. Ruby and plasteel? We might have that on board. We've got a ruby. We've got lithium. We've got titanium. We've got more titanium. Is that enough? We're one short. We are one titanium short. Wow, okay. Also, didn't realize it. Didn't ever put these in. So we have more battery life than we thought we did. Fantastic. Alright. Close that for aesthetic because it does difference. Play the radio message. Oh. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to understand that game. Looks like a bunch of squares and corners. How's it going, Quantum? Welcome in. Welcome in. Alright, so we need one more titanium. We get one more titanium, we should be able to make the plasteel. And then we'll be able to make the crush module. And that will make this ship way more usable. Huzzah! Alright. Find me a titanium. I don't know if I'll find one down here upon further reflection. I'm thinking about it. And I just realized I might not find any titanium down here, period. I might be too deep. Too low. Okay, let's surface a little bit more. Let's go back a little bit closer to the shallows, and we will find this titanium super duper easily. We can also start heading towards the next waypoint.
Engine powering up.
Don't understand what, Dak. What did I do? What did I do wrong? No.
Standard.
I made a mistake. Lost River entrance over there. That a ways 1.8 kilometers. All right, off we go. Nothing on radar, so I'm hoping that Leviathan left the area. Then again, it didn't show up on my radar earlier either. So useful. Oh, hey there, jerk. Get smacked. Yeah, that's what you deserve. They got knives for hands. It's not like they're really going to do anything practical ever. Their only job is getting stabby with it. And man, that wall was close. I'm happy I turned on the lights. We would have plowed straight into that wall with no regards or concerns. Could you give me a topographical map? That would be... Oh, there was something behind us, though. For a minute, there was something behind us. That's not spooky. Alright, we're going to navigate on the edge of these biomes because I don't want to go through all that. All the mushrooms and fungus and everything. Fungus among us, stay right over there. Oh, and I guess we're cutting through it. We're going over it, though. I ain't dealing with it. What's our depth? Oh, that's fine. Oh. Ah, I thought I dodged it. And that one actually managed to do the slightest amount of damage to us. Sad. I wish I could just leave this thing running. Like, I could just walk away and it would just drive straight. Because then there would be a benefit to going higher up on the surface. Because if you went high enough on the surface, you could just... Oh my gosh. If you just went higher up on the surface, then you could just let it run, you know, like a normal ship does, where it just runs day and night, even though you don't have somebody at the helm. Can you change your settings where it won't lag when I watch the live stream, and are you willing to download mods? The first one, I always work to getting rid of as much of that stuff as possible. We found that sometimes there is some client-side stuff. However, today is a little bit high on the framiness. For this playthrough, I'm just doing normal Subnautica. I have no problems with modding games, though. I have a couple of modded games currently on the channel, and I have a couple more projects with modded games planned for. This was voted on by the community, though, so I'm just going to stick with the base game for now with this one. As for settings for lag, if you got anything to recommend, I'm running hardline optical, and it gets a little bit finicky sometimes. I'm watching my stats right now, and we are dropping more frames than usual, which is annoying since I did some work this week to try and optimize network performance around the house. When I wasn't having my teeth drilled on. Oh my gosh, get away, 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 get away.
In the region. Are you certain?
Sink,
Whatever you're doing
sink,
is worth it?
sink, sink, sink faster. Oh my gosh. Stealth mode. Hide. Sink to the bottom and hide. Don't make any noise. We got away? We got away. Okay, good. That was spoopy. Oh, they hit us hard, too. I'm gonna try... Oh, jeezums. Okay. Yeah, they hit us. They hit us for 300 health. Jeez. This repair's probably got to be done outside. Go a little bit deeper. Turning off silent running for a little bit more speed and a little bit more power efficiency. We're going to drop down to the marker and we'll repair the ship. Two things. What are your thoughts? I'll hear it. Lay 'em on me, Quantum. I'm always down for ideas. Alright, we're gonna drive by camera. Where's the marker? There's the marker. That's not helping my perception, actually. Made me screw up which way was forward and which way was reverse. So I think we got to go further out this a ways, and we go down. Oh, that scared me. Boomerang fish. Why you being spooky? Why you gotta get all spooky with it? Okay, and now I feel like we're overshooting, though. That marker should take me right to the entrance itself. Like, I should be able to go right above it and then just shoot straight down. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, no, I'm right. Okay, cool. And then we're going to position ourselves. Rotate. Is that a wreck down there that I see right now? Because those perfect circles. Those aren't natural. Did I investigate this wreck the last time I was here?
External hull damage detected. Engine powering down.
Alright. And we never found any titanium while we were out and about. Darn. Alright. Alright. First things first, fix the ship. We got distracted when we got attacked. For good reason, too. We got attacked. Alright, ship in good condition. Ship in good condition. Good stuff. So then next thing's next. We're going to turn off all this stuff. Yep, everything's offline. Good. Oh, I'm going to grab food before we head out, actually. Ideally, what we can do... Insufficient undocking. Gotcha. Gotta surface a little bit.
Engine
A little bit more up in the Z direction. If it's voted for, hell yeah. If a second playthrough is wanted quantum and people want modded, I'm 100% here for it. Drop. Alright. Let's see here. Something for me to scan. Give me titanium, please. Anything I already have unlocked is fair game. Grapple arm. And these kinds of situations are exactly why we built the grapple arm. Otherwise, this thing would have a really hard time getting back up there. But instead, I'm just going to do a quick investigation. Okay, yep. It is in the bottom. The bottom. Cool. Where are we going? Not in there. What about over here? Yep. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I don't even know where I am right now. I'm now lost inside of this. Oh, there's an entrance here too. Nice. Okay. PDA.
Integrating the PDA data.
My light isn't lighting up anything. The dead end? Oh, it is. Okay. So then what was the point of that? What's the point of any of this? Maybe I glossed over something in my speed run. Something down here. Looks like that's a dead end. Wait. Okay, weird. What about... Oh, laser door, here we go. I've already done Neptune Rocket before. I got no problems. I'll figure that one out when we get to it. I've beaten this game before. I've had the game since before it came out in full release. I followed the development curve and everything 10 years ago. It ended up on the vote and... Or actually, rephrase. One of my friends was streaming Subnautica, and she was having a blast with it. And I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since I've picked that game up at all. So I threw it on the vote as a whim. Or I threw it on the vote as a whim. Yep, that was what I said. And it immediately blew up. Yeah, so this game won the vote. Yes, it did 12 cubed. I mean, I think I responded to your comment, but dude, telling me to do Don't Starve as Weber is just telling me to play Don't Starve, because I used to be a Weber main, so that's... It's not that big of a challenge to me personally. Is there nothing here for me to... I cut open a door and found a PDA, and there's literally nothing else here. This is the crappiest wreck I've found in the entire game. Hands down. Not a single thing for me to scan anywhere. Can I scan that floodlight? Will it give me titanium if I scan it? Or no? Nope. Usually that works better for dysfunctional stuff, and that stuff's still functional. Sense, but it's... Ow. Bonked head against my own submarine. Quality.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Alright. So we got a couple of options. I think the best option right now
Engine powering up.
going to be bring this back a little bit closer to the surface. Not too far, but just... I don't know. 200 meters. I should be able to safely dive down to that depth still. That'll be fine. Oh, we gotta turn it off, otherwise it's gonna waste power. Don't do that.
Powering down.
We'd like to save as much of our energy as possible for when we actually need it to move around. That would be great. Alright. Now... Please... Titanium. That's copper. That's not what I wanted. Game. Titanium. Yeah, there you go. So first we gotta craft the ingredients here. Gotta mix them up and make them better. Oh, we need another lithium. We got that though. Nope. Not where I wanted to go. Wanted to go into here. Glass steel ingot. Beautiful. And then what was it for that recipe? How many rubies was it? 3. Okay.
This ecological biome matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
What a statement to make to me after I finished making that depth module. Okay. Turn the engine back online. straight sink. Straight down. You actually helped develop this game? That's absolutely amazing, Quantum. So, if that's the case, I got a question for you. What was with all the terraforming updates? Because back when this game was being developed, it had terraforming and then it didn't have terraforming. And I remember the sand crab being a thing, but that it never actually got fully developed out. What happened with all of that terraforming stuff? Was it that it ended up not being conducive to the overall story of the game, or what was the reasoning behind terraforming being switched up? Because terraforming was cool, but it was also very, very, very broken. Don't hit the wall. Oh, don't hit the wall. Come on. 360, 360. 180, whatever. There we go. Dive, dive, dive. Hi there, buddy. Creature attack? What's attacking me? Silent running mode, go. As soon as we quieted down, they just immediately lost interest. Okay. Well, we can stay quiet. Oh, I forgot. I don't think we ever checked out this door last time we were down here. So let's go take a peek-see here. That's absolutely awesome, Quantum.
Engine powering down.
I remember when it was just this and the Seamoth. Different times. Oh wait, we got a spare tablet with us, don't we? Pretty sure we brought a spare tablet with us in case of this exact situation. There it is. And it's a different color tablet and I've made a mistake. Okay. Let me in. Been a long time. I forget where to get the other color tablets. All right.
Engine powering up.
Let's back her up. Most likely that way we need to go. It's interesting that some of the fog from, like, the water, and we saw it earlier with the plumes from the volcanoes, seems to actually mess up some of these graphics here. It's kind of quirky, a little funny. Off we zoom. Big old fork in the road. We're gonna go left. Because I don't know.
Ahead standard.
We're also going to increase our speed. Not like much can sneak up on us in here.
Ahead slow.
There's the ghost. Another ghost Leviathan.
Engine powering down.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I need to drink water. Boom.
Vital signs
Fixed. Death averted.
Engine powering up.
Aw, I thought I was going away from here.
Rig for silent running.
I'm not here. I'm not here, Mr. Spooky Ghost. Very high, close to 1.5%. That's... I don't think I've ever heard that prompt before, but that's actually really cute. I like how we're driving right next to this Leviathan and it just doesn't see us. Oh no, it saw us. It saw us. It's Angie now. Yup, it's Angie. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Did it actually grab onto me?
Ahead flag.
Full speed.
Emergency speed.
What the heck? I don't think I've ever had to deal with this. This is whack. Like, what if we just turn off?
Powering down.
Will it stop being aggro on us if we just let go? Is it stuck on us? What does this look like from the outside? It's just smashing us into a rock? And it's infinitely there? What?
Engine powering up.
Sink.
Ahead standard.
Sink. Sink. There you go. Disappear.
For silent running.
Disappear between the rocks and get the hell out of their way. Yeah, there we go.
Ahead slow. Rig for silent running.
There we go. It hears me? Yeah. But we had to turn on the silent running mode again. Which way? This way. This goes deeper into the cave. Dive, dive, dive. Get away from the ghost Leviathan, please. Oh, this is useful. Okay. Which way do we go? Sonar system doesn't detect big animals, though? Come on, sonar. One of the things you should be specialized for is detecting the big animals. I also just realized how much power we've burned having to deal with that situation. Okay, you know what? You think you know why Below Zero is not as scary as the original? I can tell you a couple reasons why it's not as scary or as decent as the original. The big one's the Sea Truck. Sea Truck just not as good as Cyclops, Seamoth, Prawn Suit variants. Secondly, the Leviathans don't have that same creepiness about them. And at least in my experience with the game, you just didn't deal with them nearly as much. The alien was cool, don't get me wrong. Having, like, seeing them take on a corporeal form and everything, very cool. But the aliens were never the main draw in the original Subnautica. They are a major component of the plot and very, very important to understand if you want to understand the overarching story. But the aliens themselves never show up as some kind of big bad or even operate as some sort of monster. They just exist in the world. The things that are scary about the planet are the actual natives of the planet. The squids and the leviathans. I'm literally looking at them right now. Those are the spooky things. And it might just be me, but it felt like the stuff in Subnautica that wanted to kill you had a lot of really creative ways to do it, while the stuff in Below Zero, A, was way more limited in its want to kill you, and B, felt very derivative. And this is letting me out. Oh no. That was rude. I'm gonna grappling hook you. Jerk. Oh no, the other one got angry about me doing that. Y'all are rude. With your EMPs. Get drilled. I'm attached to you. You can't get away from me. Get drilled. Being mean doesn't pay, jerk. Wow, he survived that. I'm kind of amazed. Alright, so where am I going? Because that took me up. That took me up, and I need to go down. We found our way into the right one last time. Another thing that made me a little bit confused about Below Zero is that a big thing people wanted in Subnautica was the ability to play with fellow people. A little bit of multiplayer, maybe even just like a 2-player co-op or something. Like a lot of people, oh my god. He's angry. He's angry. A lot of people wanted the ability to play with their friends. And so when they went out of their way to announce Subnautica Below Zero, and at that point it was just like Subnautica 2 or something like that. They didn't even have like the title announced yet, if I remember right. But when they started talking about it, that was the big thing I remember everybody wanting. And instead we got Subnautica Lite reskinned. You say it's because of the map? I mean, that's true too. I feel like Below Zero did not have nearly the layered map that they do in base Subnautica. Subnautica's map is like regions stacked on top of regions stacked on top of regions, which makes the most of the space. It really capitalizes on the three-dimensional nature of oceans. Granted, these caves are totally unrealistic for structural reasons. Welcome back, 12 Cubed. But it definitely did play more on the thalassophobia, too. You're right. Who did you voice in Below Zero, Quantum?
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online. Engine powering up.
Yeah, that's my question, too. Is who did you voice? The guy. Do you mean the... Because there was a girl NPC. The main character you're playing, if I remember right, is a girl. Do you mean the alien? I forget what they named him. Was it Alan? You voiced Alan? That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Alright, we're just bringing Cyclops over here because I think this is the way we gotta go. I don't want to be too far away from the base station. Especially since the base station can dive this deep now, why wouldn't we, you know? Oh, I like how it opened up in preparation to receive the prawn suit, but it's not going to. Instead, we're going to take it a little bit further, and then we'll grab the prawn suit and take it the deepest. We'll just park this over here. This is that spot that I was considering setting up a base at. Because we could run our power off of that hydrothermal vent instead of using nuclear. I remember running into this last time and thinking the waterfall and the view was cool. Alright.
Engine powering down.
Oh, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Alright, off we trot. Grappling. Like Spider-Man. Oh, I missed. Alright, so we're coming up on crush depth for the Cyclops, so we're just gonna leave it here. But look at that sea dragon skeleton. It is spooky to think how much of their body is actually bone plate, though. Like, look at how much of this hasn't decomposed. That's all armor. Things are massive, too. Massive. Oh, interesting. Fine, game. I'll jump first. And then you will let me grapple. What the heck? It won't let me grapple. Oh yeah, this is the base that we tried to investigate last time and could not for the life of us figure out what we were supposed to do here. So then we just kept going. Chat, help me out here. Is there an entrance to this box? Oh no. Come on, up, up, up. There you go. And that's why we have the grappling hook. Exactly one of the major reasons I wanted it. Missed a little bit of your jump? Don't worry, just grapple the last foot. Chat, how do we get into the box? Help. Hey, Pineapple Pug, welcome in. Welcome in.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We're trying to get in the box, because I forget if I can or can't. And this thing's huge, so I don't want to search the entire thing again. Go into the side. Oh, I see it. I see it. Grapple. Yes! Grappling arms for the win. Yeah, because there's ion cubes in. Ion cubes are good. Ion cubes are great. Yes, please. I'll take more. More, please.
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it
Didn't
clearly
work. Clearly failed. You're really nice about this, AI assistant. Dragon egg, nice.
Integrating new PDA data.
That doesn't look like a happy fish to me. It does not spark joy.
Biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study. Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded.
What has happened this stream, Pineapple? We set up the Cyclops with a new pressure module and started deep diving.
Scan is strongly advised.
Also, our guy Quantum275 says he was part of the original dev team for this game, which sounds fire. Interesting. That's it. I know that it scared people. I didn't realize it scared people until they were out cold, Banana Duck. Damn. Well, at least you found out on dry land instead of when you were on a boat. No, don't worry about it. Don't apologize, fam. That's what chat is for. It's for chatting. Use it like it's meant to be used. Keep her going. And I just realized I left all my batteries in the Cyclops, and that was dumb. Don't need batteries in the Cyclops. I need batteries on my person, namely right now. But yeah, you're using chat for what chat's for. I will never tell you to stop, fam. Unless you start talking about strange stuff. Then we'll have a chat, but I don't think you will. If you start yapping about nonsense, we're gonna have to have un chat. But, you know, otherwise you good. Just don't tell me that the moon landing was faked, alright? I'm a science guy. We don't like people saying that. I think Buzz Aldrin punching that guy was well deserved. Ray specimen. They're all part of the same I don't even know if we've seen this Ray. Interesting. I have not looked into the devlog of Subnautica 2. I played it once. Thought it was pretty meh, especially in comparison to the lore and base game, and was like, okay. If you're talking about Subnautica 3, I am excited for that one. I think they're calling it 2. Oh, this is... Okay, so this one's a purple tablet. I was wondering what I was missing, because I'm like, there's got to be something else going on in here. Okay, purple tablet opens this door. Specimen research data.
Integrating new PDA data.
Let's read that. Okay. A catalog of informations on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries have been translated. The common peeper shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Shows symptom remission on exposure to EB742, but symptoms quickly recur. Shows advanced learning behaviors, showing some capacity to transmit enzymes to other specimens. Adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimens acquired from nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within weeks. Small sample of eggs has been retained for continued high priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore theta. Off-site lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designators Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth 1.4 kilometers. Okay. So that was what we needed to grab from here, I'm pretty sure. Now we're going to go back to the Cyclops to refuel. We need to get new batteries for both the suit, the prawn suit, as well as our equipment. That was a weird. Oh. Guess the direct route is not the acceptable route. Yeah, just because, yeah, Subnautica 2 is Sub-Zero. I meant Subnautica 3. That's what I was saying earlier too, chat. I was saying this exact same thing earlier, that everybody was really disappointed when they did all this work on Below Zero just for it to have the same major issue that the original Subnautica had, in that you couldn't play multiplayer. If you're gonna rebuild the entire game and change over everything, you might as well put multiplayer in the game, but no. And that's the reason why they've been calling it Subnautica 2, is because of the fact that Below Zero is supposedly not part of the main series. But I don't know if you can argue that you have a main series if you have just one game in that series, right? Like, if Rogue One had come out after Star Wars Episode 4, I don't think you could argue that it's, like, separate of the original series. You can make that argument now because there's 9 Star Wars movies in the base series based around the Skywalkers, and then everything that isn't based around them can be argued. Why did... What?
Engine powering down.
This thing is dead? This thing is dead? Why is this dead? What killed this thing's batteries? Chat, we have a problem. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know what killed this thing's batteries. I guess I left a light on or something and it just drained it all out, which is very unfortunate. Oh, we could take batteries. Yeah, we can take the batteries out of the prawn. Then we're gonna have to immediately head back, though, which is disappointing. I wanted us to go deeper. Let me think about this for a sec. I'm debating. Should we take out the prawn suit batteries to recover the sub? Or should we keep on diving, take the batteries to the surface, replenish them, and then come back and repair the prawn, or repair the sub? What do you guys think? I'm gonna take a quick water break while you debate. Yes is not an answer. Tell me which option you want. So we got 1 vote for me to not go take the dive, and we got 1 vote for me to take the dive and risk the biscuit. Other opinions? Tiebreaker, preferably. Okay, nah, it's not. Which option? Can I create a real poll? I don't know if I can do that from my side, because I don't have the browser open right now. I do it to reduce demand on the internet. I only have Stream open right now. That's the only thing that's actually operating with the internet on the computer right now. Everything else is shut down for optimizing. Here's the deal, chat. You want me to go back to the surface? Put an up arrow. You want me to go deeper? Put a down arrow. You're saying the sub won't be here for long? I'm pretty sure this is outside of the Leviathan's reaches. Sideways area. Hey, Dad. That's not my name. But ayo. You're just in time to split the vote. Do we continue diving and risk the biscuit, or do we resurface because the freaking Cyclops just ran out of batteries? Up. Alright, up we go. I'm seeing most of chat saying up. This thing won't open, though, because... Okay. Okay, I got a plan. Oh, my gosh. That was not a smart part of the plan. We gotta get out of the water. Or out of the Lost River. The Lost River is like sulfuric acid or something. It really hurts. Alright. We're going up. We're going up, chat. We'll go refuel. Then we'll dive again. There we go. We got 2 batteries. Should be enough to get us out of here.
Engine powering up.
Yeah, we got a bunch of ups in chat. We'll leave the prawn suit here as a type of marker. Little buoy. I don't think Quantum wants to go down. I don't think Quantum wants to go down, man. I don't know why I spelled or read that G as a Q, but... Or the Q as a G, whatever. So I do have battery cell chargers, Banana. But you can't use the prawn... Or you can't use the Cyclops to charge the Cyclops. That's not how that works. Yeah, the battery cell chargers drain the Cyclops' power. So you need to have some kind of base. That's why I mentioned that I was thinking about putting a base down here for recharging. Was because it would make it possible to come down here, drop off for a minute, use a actual structure, like a, you know, a full sea base, as a power generation plant, and then go deeper using that power. Another option is we could use one of those ion cubes we just got to make an ionic battery, which will dramatically raise our power. Or we could just make an ionic battery and not plug it into the Cyclops. Instead, we could delay, and when the Cyclops completely runs out of power, we put in the ion battery, and then we've got enough juice to get all the way back home, no problem. Yeah, no infinite power glitching, sorry. Don't worry about that. No big deal. Alright, we're gonna speed up. We don't have to deal with the Leviathan anymore. Man, I love games with big fish that just want to kill you anywhere you go. Well spoken, Banana Duck. Well spoken. Let's not crash or get attacked or run out of power. I like that plan. I like that plan. Good one. I'm in support. It'll be fine. We'll be out of here in no time. We'll head back to base. And since we did kind of a weird way of getting here in the first place, we'll have way more power when we get back. Because we went a roundabout way. We went to that other drop point before we came here and just did that little pit stop to get the Cyclops Depth Module Mark 1 so that we could actually accomplish this dive. That was totally not on purpose, by the way. I did not know that that site was going to have the module in it. I just needed to find the module, and it was one of the few places I hadn't looked yet, so... luck. Alright, surfacing. Ooh, look! Fish, guys! That's a rare sight to see in Subnautica. There are fish here. What am I stuck on? Drive forward, boost up. Boost up. Surface. Go up. Because that way, even if this thing does run out of power, we'll be closer to breathable air. Then at least worst case scenario, we can just use that breathable air. Swim back to where we need to go. Up! Fish are not fuel. Fish are friends, not food. Alright, off we go back to the base and the pineapple. You know what, chat? On the way back, this is your opportunity to name the Cyclops. Put name recommendations in the chat, and I will name it whatever y'all want. Y'all got to decide on something together, though. We've got Gone Fish and Puttglower. The Pugler. Know your dad. Why is that word in your vernacular this week? Did you learn that word this week and now it's the only thing you can make jokes about? Juan. I called it. I know your audience, they say. I try. We could name the submarine Subway. Okay, so our options right now are Subway, Amir, and Quan. Those are the acceptable options. Alright, here we are.
Engine powering down.
I like how every individual person has come up with an idea, but nobody's unifying in order to create a larger vote count. Alright, chat, debate it. Which one's better, Quan or Amir or Subway? You gotta choose one. Subway Quan. Okay, this is pretty funny to think about. We go all the way out just to come all the way back, but deeper down, because that prawn suit's essentially just below us now. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know if there's enough characters.
Welcome aboard.
Subway Amir. Subway Quana Amir. Is that your decision, chat? Subway Quana Amir? Alright, gotcha. We'll try it. We'll go investigate while the batteries are charging if we can put that many characters on the submarine. Let's see here. It will work. Well, at least you're confident, Banana Duck.
Oxygen production offline.
Subway Quan Amir. It's Subway Quan Am now. Subway Quan Am. It's good. Yes, it's very good. I agree. Oh, remove the space. You're thinking big. That's some big brain, many wrinkle thinking there, Purple Plug. Now you're thinking with portals. Boom. Subway Quan Amir. Done. Now we've got the pineapple and the Subway Quan Amir. I don't see any underlying themes showing up. Maybe the third name will help with that, though. Alright. Now we just have a joyful waiting game. Called Wait Until These Reach Full Power. Throw a bunch of lantern fruit in the biogenerator. Nom 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 nom. The ultimate sub. Where is your caps lock? It's normally on the left side of the keyboard, Banana Duck. Between shift and tab. I should know. I accidentally hit it all the time when I'm gaming. And then I ping someone and I'm accidentally screaming. Hey, do you want to play Factorio later, guys? I do love this view, though. Gonna let you all enjoy it while I take a quick water break, quick sip of water, combine the two sentences, and it became nonsense. You know, back in the day, I had a buddy who went by the name of Diggy. We always made jokes about Diggy Diggy Hole. He would just go by Diggy. He was good people. I met him randomly on a Volt server back in the day, and we became fast friends, similar libraries type stuff. For those of you too young to know what Volts was, it was Minecraft, but with military tag. You could make missiles and stuff. Some of the mods are still ported over. Some of them stopped in 1.12.2. A bunch of mods stopped being ported after 1.12.2. Ooh, that's a good name for a prawn suit. Gilbert. I love it. Alright, let's check those batteries. One of them is good. Your dad? No. Kickflip the sub. You know, it'd be really cool if you could actually perform a flip or anything, but the sub doesn't allow you to go upside down. Which I can also kind of appreciate, because if the sub let you go upside down, some of these environments would be really, really hard to figure out which way was right side up. If your head wasn't constantly fixed on the vertical, it would be really hard as soon as you got turned around and rotated upside down to figure out where you are and what the hell's going on. The way that submarines do it is actually really interesting. Do you know how submarines register if they're moving or not? I don't know if they use modern... I don't know if modern systems operate the same way, but like older submarine systems, at least the ones that they wrote books about, had essentially a box inside of a box, and it was connected... They were connected to each other via springs, right? So the box in the center, whenever the ship would move, would shift backwards. Because the ship's going forward. It would, you know, because it's not directly connected to the moving object, its inertia would have a little bit of a lag to the actual inertia of the ship, which means it would be possible to measure the compression of that spring and figure out how fast the ship is moving forward. Or measure the opposing spring and its expansion. I know, I'm nerdy. But it's really cool. At least to me, it just seems like a modern equivalent of what Dead Reckoning was. Where you just put a dot on the map and say, we're here. We're going this way at this speed, which means on this day, we're gonna be here. Fortunately, none of that navigation stuff is necessary for this game. The Pineapple Pug gets it. Nerd Life, FTW. I think I need to put more biomass in the generator. Banana Duck, you hang out long enough, you'll get a bunch of random science facts. I know all sorts of weird things. I got into a debate with my teacher in the 6th grade over whether diamonds came from volcanoes. She said she was talking about how she doesn't trust Wikipedia. I remember this conversation like it happened yesterday, and it's over a decade ago. She was saying how she doesn't trust Wikipedia and how she won't let anybody use Wikipedia as a source because Wikipedia says diamonds came from volcanoes, which is actually an oversimplification of facts. Why does it make that sound like you eat stuff in sub? I don't remember how old she was. I don't really keep track of that stuff. I don't even remember her name. I just remember this conversation. Early on in the year, she said, don't trust Wikipedia, or don't use Wikipedia as a source because Wikipedia can't be trusted, period, because Wikipedia says diamonds came from volcanoes. And I raised my hand and went, well, actually, primordial volcanoes did eject the planet's diamonds from deeper in the core. And she got so upset. So, the volcanoes that created the diamonds, though, are nothing like the ones that exist on the planet today. You can think of them more as like a giant pit full of lava than they were mountains with lava spewing out of the top of them. They're a really interesting geological formation, and because of the way that they were shaped and everything, they were able to cut really, really deep into the Earth's crust and pull out really, really deep lava flows and bring them to the surface. Those lava flows ejected all of the carbon that had been pressurized into diamonds deep, deep, deep down in the Earth's core. I wasn't there when they were made. But the math checks out, Pineapple Pug. The elevations at which we find diamonds do not have the pressure necessary to create diamonds. Which means they had to come from somewhere else. We losing some frames. I'll take some extra time this week and look into why we're losing frames. Appreciate y'all sticking through it. Sorry about it. See, the thing about Wikipedia that I always find funny is whenever somebody gets banned from editing their own Wikipedia page. Because for that to happen, there normally has to be like a big meeting of like Wikipedia editors or whatever. Like the people who work for Wikipedia or whatever have to come together and agree, yes, this person can't be allowed to make edits anymore. Yeah, we got 20 concurrents right now going on. All you currently listening in, Pineapple Pug wants you in the chat. That one I can endorse, though. Be sure to subscribe and like. We're a small channel, and we're actually coming up on some of the landmarks for monetization. The one that we're lagging on right now, though, is subscriptions, okay? We are nearing 3,000 watch hours. We're less than 400 hours to go, but we are only about halfway to the 500 subscriber mark. So anybody who can afford to subscribe down below, I would greatly appreciate it. Batteries still aren't charged. It's time for more science facts. Okay, I got another one. Did you know that it's surmised that in a couple of, centuries slash maybe an eon or two, toes will no longer exist? Evolutionarily, they're pretty much vestigial. So in the long run, you will just have a piece, or people will just have a piece at the end of their feet that they're able to flex for balance. Yeah. Toes are pretty much entirely vestigial, and in the long term, they will just merge into one flap. That's the theorem right now for what's gonna happen in the long term with morphology. If you want to see some really cool theories or concepts of what adaptations will take place in human bodies when they go to space, you should watch a show called The Expanse. Especially the earlier seasons, they take a lot more care in mentioning it. But people who would grow up in reduced gravity and zero G and have to face that over multiple generations will eventually grow skeletal structures that will be completely or almost entirely different from Earth's. and after enough generations, they'll most likely not be able to stand on the planet that their ancestors came from, because the gravity will be too hard on their bodies. I'm sorry, Dad, I'm sending you to sleep. There's so much science out there, man. Science. Like my bread and butter. You all have no idea how many bad sci-fi movies I watch every week and just critique them. Subnautica X. We're waiting on batteries, chat. There's not really much I could do. We need these batteries charged. They're nearly there. We've only got one more battery we need to charge. We're getting there. Okay, a Subnautica movie would be pretty great, but I do not have any faith in Hollywood right now to create any video game movie of decent quality. Speaking of bad sci-fi, rewatched the Resident Evil movie series this week. Oh, that's always a trudge. It's funny, but it's a trudge. GTA movie. If you want to go watch a GTA movie, go watch GTA RP. No joke, GTA RP has some better storylines than half of the stories that are coming out of, like, big movie producers. And I'm not saying that because I played GTA RP. I'm saying that because I have seen some absolutely amazing creators completely dedicated to their craft, and I respect it so much. They're so good at what they do. But GTA RP definitely is going to do better than any GTA movie. Go watch the Minecraft movie. No. I'll stick to bad sci-fi movies instead, please and thank you. You guys interested in new releases that are coming out, you should go look at the video game called Deets. D-E-E-S-T, or T-S. It is a small indie game developed by one guy, and he got a voice actor for it by the great name of Blue Ben. Good buddy of mine. If any of y'all have seen my Minecraft content or a bunch of my multiplayer content, Blue Ben's a very frequent visitor in them and a very good friend of mine. So be sure to go support that game's release. I think it's being released this week, if it wasn't already released. It's kind of hard to keep track when you have access to early releases and whatnot. I've already seen the whole game through. It's a really fun, cute little game. It's nothing like, you know, major production like this. I like how we're just getting a bunch of random Minecraft words being thrown in here, which leads me to believe that the Minecraft movie is just a bunch of random one-liners. Ender Pearl! Flint and Steel! Which probably is about accurate for it, isn't it?
Seek fluid intake.
No offense to Jack Black, but he did better in the 2000s. He's still a really fun, really goofy guy, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just nostalgic for like Kung Fu Panda. But I think like Kung Fu Panda, Schoolhouse Rock, those kinds of movies are peak Jack Black. Jack Black at his absolute best of bests. And don't get me wrong, I follow Jablinski Games. It's funny that he's got a YouTube too. This is a crafting table. I know that one from the ads. So we're just getting a bunch of one-liners from the Minecraft movie now in chat. Oh, fantastic. We love to see it. Charge faster, battery. All right. This one might be one that a lot of sci-fi nerds in the audience already knows, but alien life on other planets, while likely statistically, and thanks to things like the Drake equation, you can calculate out a guess of how many planets actually possess intelligent life. The stuff you see in movies, not very accurate for it. Our most likely first contact with extraterrestrial life will either be in the form of a bacterium or a simple multicellular organism. Like, we'll be lucky if we can find an alien version of a blade of grass somewhere. That will be groundbreaking. Then the question then becomes, though, and this is something maybe chat can weigh in on, what do we do? Do we just leave it on that planet to develop, or do we try to help it along? What's our responsibility, guys? What if we find a planet like this, where a bunch of predatory animals have shown up, and, you know, predation is one of the... It is theorized evolutionarily that predation is one of the reasons why intelligence develops. Because you're competing against other things, so you have to get more and more creative and more thoughtful, you know? If you're sitting there just absorbing light from the sun, you don't really need to think as much. An information network is still useful, and there are some protists and plants that are capable of delivering information to one another, but nothing on the level of complexity that's capable by, you know, animals that have to outrun their hunters. Would it be our responsibility to try and push these animals further along in the evolutionary tree? Is it our responsibility to just wait and watch because it's not even our planet, it's technically theirs? Or do we have just as much right to be here as we do on Earth? Debate time. Obviously, our character didn't get a choice in any of this because we crash landed here. But aside from coming to pick us up, does anybody have the right to be here? Crossy Road movie. I remember when that app came out. It's good to hear the name being said still, because that means it's still going. Cute to think it's still going live. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, if this battery could just finish charging, we can leave. Alright, let's get out of here. We're charged. Do we have anything else we can take with us? You know what? Let's take the ion cubes. Do we have the recipe for the super battery? I didn't even check that. No. We don't. So we couldn't do that if we wanted to. Alright, off we go. We're gonna plug all the batteries in and we're gonna go back to our prawn suit. Flappy Bird movie.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production.
Can we go to the void? I don't want to go to the void and lose all of our tech. Why would we go to the void? It would reset us by like multiple hours. You people just want to watch me suffer. I can't even see what I'm trying to look at right now. Fun? It's not fun. I wouldn't define dying as fun. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Once we have... If we actually manage to get the electric defense grid going, and we actually manage to get some decoys, I wouldn't mind going out to look for a minute. You know, as long as we have a decoy that we can shoot out and use. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. We could go on a fun trip to the void, but not now. We must wait until we have the technology necessary to live through that trip to the void. Which currently, we wouldn't live through our trip to the void. You know how to live in the void. Just don't. Wow. Oh, don't die. Okay, okay. You know, I never thought about it like that. You know, I'll just will myself to not be eaten by all the leviathans out there. I'll just force it upon myself. Because of how close to the cliff faces this thing is, we're gonna wait until we are directly above it. It always spooks me being this close to the surface, though, because, like, in real life, I would know that my shadow is being cast all the way down. And if there's anything below me, it's going to rush me. Because I look like a big, tasty snack. I look like a big, tasty snack from below, though. That's not wrong. Rotate. Other way. Rotate other way. Driving by camera. Which way is up? Which way is down? What else? Because I feel like I'm at an angle right now, but I can't tell because the camera. It's fine. It'll be fine. Allows us to dodge a lot more. Oh, no. I shouldn't have said that. Saying that is what triggered that. Okay, here we go. We're back in here with 100% power still. We haven't burned even a single percentile yet. Ta-da! After me saying that, I'm just waiting for it to drop. Yeah, this is the subway Quantamere. Eat fresh. Okay, so I know that when a lot of people think of Subway, they think of Jared, right? I'm gonna get even more nichely weird about what I think of when I think of Eat Fresh. I think of Jared in the Sharknado movie. Telling the main character, you should be eating fresh too. That's what I think of whenever I think of the Subway slogan. A very niche, dumb little movie. From a series of very niche, dumb little movies. Because the Sharknado movies, oh my god. I've thought more than once about starting a second channel that's just me yapping about movies. Because, oh my god, chat, you have no idea how many bad movies I have found. Stuff that was buried and should have never seen the light of day. Movies that make you feel like you need to speak to a doctor after the fact because you're not sure if time actually functioned in a linear way while you were watching it. Eat Quantamere. Eat Quantamere. Instead of eat fresh, that's our new slogan. Eat Quantamere. Love it. Love to see it. Yes. How many batteries do we have on us? None? Did I swap out the battery? Oh. Oh, well, I'll just steal the battery from the... Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. This wasn't smart. I should have brought more batteries with me and charged them at the main base. Because now I'm just moving power between fixed sources. But there are worse things I could do.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Wait, what? Both of these... Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Heat damage is making me not think about it. Smart. Okay. We pull this out. We take this in here. I'm gonna climb around in the dark, because I'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're gonna take out this fully charged power cell and swap it for the empty one. And then we're going to use this good power cell to fly this bad boy up to charge the other one.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Like that. Now we just wait a second. Why does it say it's at 0%? It's got a fully charged battery in it. One of them is. Why? It's at 50%. What? Okay, fine. Fine. We'll just be patient. We'll just be patient. Bug. That makes sense. So, I could make more power cells, but they would require resources that I currently don't have down here. The acid for the acid mushroom, or the acid mushrooms which are needed for the acid for the battery, are from the surface, really close to the surface. The silicone necessary to wrap the batteries in, quote-unquote, that makes the power cell, is also from a resource field closer to the surface. And then the copper is, I have stockpiles of it, but without the other stuff, it's really not worth it. I have all of it growing at the base. I took samples of the plants and started growing them at the base, so I didn't have to go out to the biomes all the time to get those resources. But I also don't want to waste all of my copper and all of my power and all of my time making a bunch of batteries that I don't need to plug into anything. Just don't wrap the battery. That's not how the crafting recipe works, unfortunately. Here, I'll show you. So, to make a power cell, you need 2 batteries and silicone rubber. That's how you make a power cell. You just take 2 batteries, stack them on top of each other, and then wrap them in silicone rubber. And then the batteries cost the mushrooms. Easy, easy, easy. I mean, if you say so, I guess. You know what we can do is we can actually drive forward and take this closer to where we want it to be, though. Let's move out. We want to go to the lava biome now. We're going to get to the lava biome once before end of stream today. Now, if I remember right, it's this way to get there. You know what? You know what? I don't need to guess. I can know. Look at that. I know now. This is the deeper tunnel. I don't like the lights because they wash out everything. It gives you a little bit better close proximity lighting, but in exchange you can't see nearly as far because it just washes out all of the minute light differences and color differences. Yeah, I don't think the engine would like it. I don't think anything would like it from an electric standpoint. Probably a great way to start another electrical fire on here. And we already had this place start on fire once and had to run through with an extinguisher to put it out. We don't need more. No more, please. No thank you. No thank you. The other fun thing about this is I don't know whether the battery's draining this quickly because of the driving, or if it's draining this quickly because it's still charging the prawn suit. Can we take the tree home? It might be called beating the game. I think Quan might be bugging a little bit, or he's just copy-pasting. But yeah, it might be called that, Quan. We'll see. I'm not gonna clickbait. If I don't manage to beat the game, I'm not gonna. But if we get far enough, that might be it. We might get this all done in 5 streams. Oh, we gotta turn this off. Off. Otherwise, it's gonna drain its battery like nobody's business. Okay, here we go. Fully charged. Drop, drop, drop. Dive, dive, dive. Oh no, this thing's crush depth. This thing's crush depth. I didn't realize we were at crush depth. No! No! We gotta wait for it to recharge. Surface! Okay, I need to think this through now. What's around us? You know what? I'm gonna take a swim. We're gonna take a quick swim. Because we don't have the ability to get down deeper than this right now. And I think this will hurt me. Nope, this doesn't. Okay. Okay. There's titanium right here, though. Chad, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. No up. Exactly. We're not going back up. We're not going back to the surface. I've got a plan. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try. I don't know if the plan is good, but I'm going to try the plan. Okay? Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Let's do this. Where the hell? There it is. Pull me there faster. We don't have time for this. We're taking damage every second we stand here. Because we have titanium down here. Since we have resources on board the ship, I think everybody knows where I might be going with this. The genius plan. I do have a playlist live stream of Subnautica. I do have one. Actually, this one's already on it too. I have playlists for almost everything I do so that it's easy for people to see all the different games that are options. I mean, if people vote for Subnautica Below Zero, I'll play it. You'll hear me comparing it to the main game a lot because it's not as good, but I'll still play it. Alright, we got enough time, so we're going to pop out real quick and fix this, because we're probably going to have to do another dive for more titanium. So we're going to counter all the damage we're accruing. Nah, 52%. That's bygone. Now we're going to be above 90. Hopefully, by the time we get back inside, too, we'll be above 90. Come on, let me in. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! It said no. There we go. Alright. Access the storage. Pull out all this titanium. Go here. Lead. Now anybody who's Subnautica'd knows what I'm about to do. Subway Quantumere does not like being rushed. This is true. I think that this is totally accurate. But also, I'm going to continue to try to make it rush, because time is money. These storages are all empty. What am I doing? Oh, I already used all my lead. That's right. Okay, so do we got any lithium? No. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's just great. Okay. Thinking. Think thonkin. Don't have enough titanium for... Wait. We need lubricant. No! No!
online.
We can change its color scheme. If you all want to choose the base color stripe 1 and stripe 2 along with the color for the name, put those in the chat and I'll change it up for y'all. While I'm figuring out all this other fun jazz.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, we're gonna go get the other titanium deposit. Found over here. Gurn! Make it gurn, guys. Oh, I know, but gurn is funnier, so we're gonna keep it that way. Random science fact while we're drilling. Actually, this is more of a random language fact, but still pretty cool. Did you all know that chat might be the first fourth person pronoun, or what's it called? Because there's first person, third person, there's technically second person, and the word chat might become the first fourth person. If I remember the argument right, it's partially because of the fact that it transcends time. I might be totally wrong about that, though. Brain's a little fuzzy because I'm doing all this other stuff. Oh, wait, I need to grab that out of the... Give me the titanium. Okay. Now, do we have any quartz in here? If we don't have quartz, we're not going to be able to make a way in. Okay. We got a beacon on us, right? Yes, we do. Okay, we're going to throw down a beacon, and we're going to move around a little bit and see if we can't find some of the other resources we need in this cave. Why'd you have to say something, Quantum? Oh, that's why they went away. I'm kidding. Here we go. Beacon. Oh, no. I didn't want to pick you up. I wanted to label you. Deep dive base. And let's call it way station. Because it won't be a full-on base. It's just going to be a stop point where you can refuel, repower your batteries and everything. We'll probably have a moon pool down there, so in case the main Cyclops gets destroyed, we can park a, whatchamacallit in there. Well, a prawn suit or a sea moth. We can park either of them in there. But we need to find some more resources. So let's go a little bit further back in the cave. You will find who left. We will find them. And we will make them watch. No. I think that might be a little bit too far. Subway Quantamere Station. No! Everything can't be named Subway Quantamere, otherwise the name loses all meaning. It's not how any of this works.
Seek fluid intake.
Also, we're probably going to run power off of that, if I had to take a guess. That'll probably be where we gain our power. Should we build our base next to this tree, actually? Would that be nicer? Should we build our waypoint here instead of right on the lip there? Because there's no real benefit to being 100 yards this way or that way. No? Because if we build it right here, it'll be a lot cheaper to make everything, you know? Like, we won't have to spend all the money on power, or all the resources on power poles to run the power from here all the way to the... You know what, though? I guess it really doesn't matter. It'll be pretty cheap no matter what. We just need to find some deep deposits down here. some gold, some copper. Fine, eat Quantumere Station. Well, I don't know if anybody's advocating for chewing on lead. I'm definitely not. This isn't a Scooby-Doo episode. Gummy Dummies, now fortified with extra lead. Gummy Dummies, the only gum proven to make you stupider as you chew, so you can enjoy your life in blissful ignorance. And before you think I'm making that up, go check out Mystery Incorporated. Actual line from it. Hey, there was some quartz. That's what we're looking for. Let's park right over this, and we'll drop the prawn suit out.
Powering down.
We're still gonna have to resurface at some point for a few basic materials, but we're gonna salvage almost everything we can while we're down here. Get ourselves some quartz. Not that it's going to be too useful. And we take the tree with us. Yeah, I'll go mine that tree out. Totally on it, boss. This tiny little drill arm is definitely capable of destroying that thousands-year-old tree. That totally tracks and makes absolute sense. Yes. On the bright side, all this quartz will make it possible to have some storages on board. I think that's the only thing it'll be useful for besides the hatch. One of the reasons why I don't keep it on hand anymore. Used for very, very specific things, and that's it. Alright, what else we got in here, huh? Granite. No, that's lithium. I'll take that. Thank you. Needed that.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah, I got fluid intake. We're fine.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Thanks, game. I expected as much. Hey, lead. Here we go.
Intake recommended.
More foundations for us. It's not giving us the drilling noise, but it's working still. Okay, so here's the question. I see some rocks down low. Are those just rocks, or are those resource deposits? Can we name the prawn suit the same thing we named the Cyclops? Tell you what, you can name the prawn suit next stream. Gotta save something for the peeps next stream. Hey, this is what we needed. Yes, we needed this. Okay. First of all, though, we need to empty the storage here. We're going to walk away from some of these volcanoes. Because, yeah, you need gold and titanium to make the power line. As long as we have enough of them, fine. As long as we can make enough of them, we'll be just dandy. Hi there, gold. Come here. I need you for something. Multiple things. I need you for everything. About 2 hours in on a 3-hour stream. Looking good, looking good. If we can get away with even half of this base being properly set up before the end of stream, I'll be a very happy man. Yeah, we're looking great, Quantum. Every time you note it, for some reason it goes down, though. Wonder why that is. Oh, oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. My inventory is full, too, so there was no reason for me to do that. Genius. Alright, time to go drop off all of our findings. Empty out the inventories so we can carry more with us. I wish the buttons on the top of these handles on the prawn suit were used. Like when I used one of the arms or something. Does it and I just haven't been paying attention?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Half subway.
Systems online.
Oh, okay, okay. We're gonna turn off the lights because I don't know. Oh, we're not doing too bad on power, but I want to be careful. Alright, time to empty all this into here. Will be my chest full of materials I need for the new base. I like how Quantum 275 is just giving us a live counter now. You keep it up, buddy. You're doing the great work. Alright, here we go. Which way do we go now? I say we go further this way. Why did I turn off the lights? To save power.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Oh no, calorie intake alert. What do we do? It doesn't use power? Okay. Something we left our Cyclops alone earlier and somehow it managed to drain from 60% to 0% really fast, so now I'm being all cautious about it. Oh no, guys, what are we gonna do?
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. I mean, I still think we're pretty far from the lava zone, so I don't know how lava larvae would be dealing damage to us here. Also, the ship had no damage dealt to it. It was just complete power loss. We might have had silent running still on. That might have been what did it. I don't remember the exact sequence of events. I could look back on stream if I wanted to, but nah. There's some titanium. We'll take that. I think we've got silver and we've got the coral on board, so we should be able to make computer chips for everything we need, because we're going to put a battery charger, all the basic stuff on board. And then we're going to probably run it on thermals with a really, really long power tether. Can we take the arm of the skeleton? No, but that would be really cool. That would be very cool. Sadly, those skeletons, all of the cool skulls and everything we find are fused to the ground. There's no way to move them or physics them in any way. They're part of the map. Alright, what else we got going on? Oh no, that was a bad shot. Come on. Oh, come on, connect! Fine, we'll just fly over here like normies. Take the copper where we get it. Found a big copper deposit yet. Alright. Let's boost up here. Still arguably my favorite spot in all of the Lost River. Just because of this view. So nice. You can hear a hungry... There we go. Trying to collect copper. What else am I good at? Let's check. Geothermal power. Did I scroll past it? Oh, there's the recipe for the capture decoy. Darn it! We do have decoys. I think they want a bite of Subway. Well, they can't bite they can't bite the Cyclops. Not allowed. Not allowed. They do that, I'm gonna throw hands. Alright, magnetite. Got loads of that back home. Have any of that here? Many questions I'm gonna have to ask in a minute. Spider-Man, come on, Spider-Man. Yeah! Get up here. Where are the resources? Don't know what you're talking about. Nothing of super value here. Alright, fine. Then we move on. This is way faster than without the grapple arm, that's for sure. Oh, look, it's a mesmer. Evil little thing. Hey, titanium, we'll take it. We'll take it! Titanium is the lifeblood of base building. We need all of it that we can get. The other reason we're doing this is if we get a moon pool down here, we'll be able to craft all the upgrades we need for the prawn suit on site. Which means that if we need to get a Mark III upgrade for it, we won't have to go all the way to the surface. Boom. Nope. No storage. Alright, we can make storage. Take all of that out. Should be able to mine up another rock and a half before we return back. And then we'll take all of this out. Work. Actual base proper. Oh, that is table coral too. Oh, ooh, okay, hold on. That means that we can use that to make chips. Stop burning me, game. Everything around here is so hot. Quantum, calm it down, bruh. I appreciate the gusto. Dial it back just a little bit, though. Now it's just getting spammy. You were a whole 10 seconds behind. How could you even handle such a delay? Hi there, Ghost. Oh, is it coming for me? Oh no, it was coming for the fish. I was like, man, it just screeched and it's coming straight at me. It's rushing me. Quantum. Is that magnetite? What is that? Oh, it's just normal quartz. Not useful. Boring. Get out of here. Ooh, crystalline sulfur, though. Or that's nickel. Okay, also not boring. I'll take it. Take it all day long. Thank you. Quantum, there are moderators lurking in here. Stop spamming 29 into the chat, or I will summon them. I always have a mod lurking in my stream. Always. Oh, now we're just getting oh no spam. Making a song. The spamming's no good, Quantum. And other people in chat are asking you to stop. Not even just me. Spamming bad. Thank you, buddy. Let's get us back inside here and let's get ourselves building.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Thank you, Strange AI voice. You're my only friend in this deep ocean. Love you. Dabbing. See, we support that here. Memes are good. Alright, we're going to swim. Actually, we're not going to swim back. We're going to take the Cyclops back. Cyclops, come with me. We've got a mission. So, I'm pretty sure that lights do take power, because this was at 56% when we left. Oh, wait, no, it charged up the prawn suit. Never mind, I'm wrong. Not void time. No, chat, not void time. It is not void time. It is base building time. Power production time. New charge station time. It is not void time. Not yet. Eventually. We'll get ourselves the shield for the Cyclops, and then we'll go drive the Cyclops off into the void. All of the... Those are just ghost leviathans. They don't even have names. They're just ghost leviathans. Spooky ghosts. Spooky ghosts. New names. I mean, I guess it's just... I guess they are new names, even if they don't have names before them. It's just not a replacement name. Now, where's the magnetite? Did I bring magnetite with me? Please tell me I didn't! Okay. Okay. We're gonna set up everything besides the actual power generator. Isn't that awesome? Oh no, this is too hot. We need to heal up first. We got health kits on board. Another thing we set up is a little health station down here so that we can replenish our health kits. There we go, we're healed. Back to work. They're both blue and all of them are blue and red. Swim further away. Swim further away. Swim away. Swim away. There we go. All right. Time to build the power grid. Or at least the lines for the power grid. They don't connect to each other? Is this because there's no power running through them? I'll bet you once there's power running through them, they'll connect. It'll be fine. What am I missing? Gold? I'm assuming it's gold. Yep, I got plenty of that though. So you've got the full spectrum of human vision covered, huh, Banana Duck? Very nice, very nice. Alright. Wait, do I have crystal on me? Don't. Let's grab some quartz. Alright. A subway virus. I know you're just calling it because it's green, but go on, buddy. Gurn. I'm sorry, I meant gurn. My bad. My bad, chat. How dare I?
To separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity.
Nah, screw maximizing productivity. I live in a giant box in the mushroom biome, so... At this, I think we'll just set up, like, 2 little pods. You know what? Maybe we'll just set up a super big room. And we'll go with the 2 smaller ones for now. We'll set up a whole little outpost down here with everything we're gonna need in the long term. We'll have to bring samples down here though of plants we need to grow, which means it will not be done today. But it will get done. Subway cubes. Everything in this game is now just becoming Subway merch. Oh, I can't put it on the roof. Darn. Alright, fine. We'll put it here.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Get some natural lighting plans set up in here. Get rid of this foundation. We'll replace this with the moon pool. That'll work well. Oh, wrong button again. Come on. There we go. Second thermal plant. Alright, give me 1 sec, Sigron. Give me 1 sec.
Seek fluid intake.
Don't remember if this is the right one. Nope, that ain't right. There we go. Because spamming. Alright. Yeah, I don't think it worked either. There was another button I clicked, but I don't think that worked either, too. Just give me a sec, chat. We're working on it. No, it didn't. Okay, that was actually a half-decent joke. Okay, apparently it worked. We're good. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, Quantum said it worked, so who am I to disagree? Alright. Water time.
Vital
Water
signs
time.
stabilizing.
Alright, so what do we need? We need more organics. We need specific organics, and I'm having a hard time thinking of all of them. Believe you me, chat, the only people who end up as mods on this channel are people who have known me for years. Like the first qualifier to end up as mod on chat. You gotta know me well enough that I just trust you to just know what I'm cool with and know what I'm not. They deal with a lot of things quietly for me. Like to make sure that they're actually on the up and up with things.
Engine powering up.
Like one of my best mods for the channel, he's also the best developer I've ever had work for me. Over 4 years now. Great man. Great, great.
Engine engine powering down.
There we go. Why is the ship slanted? Don't ask questions. Why did I do that? I need to make more... I'm not thinking over what I'm doing. I'm not thinking over what I'm doing, and I need to do that. I need more titanium. So first things first, we'll go get some more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I go below crush depth for just a minute. Just a minute, as a treat. Thing can take it, we'll be fine. You gotta get people you can trust. Yeah. Storage has no room. Oh, did I not empty the thing's storage? Oh, there's plenty of titanium in here. What am I... you know what? I'm getting more. I'm always gonna need more, so I might as well not act like this is enough and just get more now. Before the suit breaks, that would be great too. Oh, it was drilling that single piece of titanium that doesn't need to be drilled because it's already free. More titanium, more! Banana Duck gets it. You're on the up and up, fam. You know what's up. You know what we need. Now we need to go back because this thing's gonna break. Big run on the reel here. A little bit of spam is not a reason. Samba. Also, let's be real here. I'm not making high art. It's not like this needs to be enjoyed in a perfectly silent, sterile environment. But we can never have enough titanium. Truth. This is justice. Is it demanding that I give it lubricant or lead or something? Or no, I don't have another. Napoleon, actually not that short, if you didn't know. He was average height for the time. Alright. Plan. Titanium R, which means titanium out of storage here. Manufacture that into bar. Beginning of this. Going to finish putting that into there. Good. Gonna swap out our battery. For 2 seconds. What did you miss? I built a bar. I built a titanium ingot. That's what you missed. The end of the world, I know. I don't know how you'll be able to handle it. Boom. Alright, battery swapped. Time to go this way. The best part! The ingot making! Oh my gosh! Never gonna live it down. Gotta go back and stream. Gotta go like a whole 10 seconds back in time and just be 10 seconds delayed for the rest of stream now. There we go. Dumped a bunch of titanium into those generators. They're both going to need a single aerogel, which will be easy. Take these windows real quick. One on that side. This side. And I'm going to want a reinforcement, and we'll put the reinforcement right there. That'll work. Gotta grab the materials for it, though. Hey, Sigrun, give me 2 minutes. Have something that makes faith, trust, and pixie dust. Said earlier. Can you have a subway cube? You know what? I can give you a subway cube. It'll be the last thing you ever eat, but I'll give you one. Like eating batteries. It's a terrible plan. Alright, so we need a lubricant for that. What else are we gonna need? I mean, if we just bring down a copy or a sample of the plant and just grow our own, probably the smarter move. Thinking about it. Growing our own samples down here guarantees that I'll be able to get everything. Come on. Line up right. I need you to be as perfect as possible. It bugs me when you're not. Okay, fine. We'll do this instead then. There we go. Boom. Here are your grow beds. Alright. And then we'll do... Oh, I forgot to grab the materials for the reinforcement while I was inside. Oopsie doodles. Alright. We grab the materials for that. Put in a reinforcement. Why do we need a reinforcement? Because I want to make sure that we actually don't get immediately obliterated. Especially if a Leviathan shows up anywhere near this. Alright, there we go. Now we've got 13 hull integrity. Such a big number. Alright. We need magnetite, we need oil, and we'll need acid shrooms. Those are going to be the 3 things we're going to grab from the surface.
Engine powering up.
Can we make the trip and get back here in 20 minutes? I hope so. Yes, yes, I see chat, Banana Duck. Yeah, so we're having a little bit of some spamming in here. Give me one sec. I didn't realize you didn't have this. Give me a moment, chat. I gotta fix an outstanding issue. One moment. That's the button? No. Here we go. There you go, Katie. Enjoy the mod hammer. It's this button. Thank you very much, Katie. Alright, we need to swim back out of here. Anybody will be annihilated. What's up, Quantum? You should be eating fresh too, don't you know? Hey, we just topped over 100 views. Good stuff, everybody. I brought it up a little bit early in the stream, and I'll bring it up at the end of the stream, but I get a third time, super secret right now time, that if you haven't, right down below is the subscribe button, right next to it is the like button. We're a small channel, and we're coming up on our first milestones for the monetization jazz, so if you really want to help out, that subscribe button down below will do wonders for me. So we're going to head back to the surface. We're going to get ourselves the magnetite. We're going to get ourselves the vine sample, and we're going to get ourselves the acid mushroom sample. We need anything else? I'm going to check my list real quick. Takes aerogel. All of this stuff takes equipment we can get a hold of here. We're gonna keep going. Think about... Oh! Tap the wall. It's fine. Is Jimmy John's something in the US? Jimmy John's is definitely in the US, yeah. I used to eat a lot of Jimmy Street. Very cheap. Okay, I think good is a strong word. For their bread. They just get shipments of frozen dough and then throw it in an oven. It's just better than most of the fast food sandwich places, but that doesn't make it good. It's just newer. I mean, I've heard of a lot of fast food places having very different standards based on what country you're in. Like, the menus between many countries is completely different, too. Like, what you get at an American McDonald's and what you get at, like, any Southeast Asian McDonald's are very different menus from my understanding. You know what McDonald's tries to bring back all the time and everybody always rejects it? And I know why they try to keep on bringing it back. It's pasta. The reason they keep on trying to bring pasta back is because nothing has a profit margin like pasta. And the reason it keeps failing is because they can't do anything with it that actually makes it, like, theirs. Because making good pasta takes time. And they don't want to spend time on things. It's McDonald's. McDonald's has experimented with pasta on the menu many a time. Like, I've never had the chance of actually trying it myself, but it happens on a semi-regular basis. I was watching a video a week or two ago while I was working on something or other, and they literally talked about how how McDonald's, what the hell? How McDonald's tried to make a Shrek ravioli dish, like with green raviolis. And they were not a hit. Yeah, you're talking about mixed spaghetti. I'm talking about even more niche nonsense when they've tried pasta so many times. They have tried pasta so many times. And it's because of the profit margin. Bet money, it's because of the profit margin. Alright, we're almost back to base. We've got enough power that we can make a round trip, which is what we're going to do. We're just going to stop here and then turn back around and go back to the underwater's position. We'll just craft up some things and bring back some resources. See what I mean? This doesn't let you see anymore. It just washes out everything, so it's harder to tell contrast.
Engine powering down.
Okay. Off we go. No, we're not going to make more power cells. We're going to make a power cell charger in the new base. And that way we have the same number of power cells, but we can charge them at multiple points, and therefore we can go further distances. Where's my knife? Basic survival tool. Creepvine sample. Acid mushroom. Okay, that's handled now. Now we need magnetite. At least 4. There we go. Fantastic. We're going to grab all this copper. Grab all this silver and gold. Grab some benzene and some rubies just for giggles. Anything here? Gold. Spare rations. Don't need it. We'll take that battery back, though. Thank you. Take another beacon with us, because we used our last one. And kit to replace the one. Base. Ops. Grab the free water supplies. Get rid of the salt. And then what does the scanner room cost? Because I think we'll make a scanner room down there too, just for giggles at this point. It'll help us find resources faster if we need. Cable coral sample, that's pretty much it. We need some lubricant. Alright. I can do that. Alright, let's go back. Katie, I have 4 sisters. None of them are you.
Welcome aboard, Captain. systems online.
Katie's a longtime ally and friend. She's a member of the Regality SMP, the SMP I play on regularly, both joy and content. Yeah, sister from another mister. That's a good way of putting it. There we go. All our samples are away and stocked up. We're going to grab ourselves some oil clusters. You know, I'm Vin Subway, bro. No, Quantum. No moderator for you. She gets mod because her and I have probably talked for cumulatively 1,000 hours at this point. Remember how I said you gotta know the ins and outs of the Vince? You gotta know all the deets. She knows all the deets. You gotta learn all the things first. You gotta pass the test. There's a written exam. I'll write a written exam. And I'll make it long just for giggles. One of the things Katie knows about me is that I have an absolute penchant for paperwork when it makes other people suffer. That's why I played a lawyer in GTA RP. I'm very good at paperwork. And monotony. When we rewrote the Regality SMP application, I added in so many sentences that were just specification. Yeah, let's start with that. Quantum, do you know my favorite color? First question on the test. What's my favorite color? Not purple. My favorite color is not, in fact, purple square. Sorry to disappoint. No, he just sends all of the colors as squares. Sorry, my favorite color is not rainbow plus white and black as squares. Banana Duck got it right. It's Gurn. Alright, we gotta drive by camera now, down here. If she says it's enough, Quantum. Oh, don't hit. Yes, dodge. Oh no, I dodged, but steel bar, move out of my way, please. Off we go. I'm not worried about the creature attack. It's fine. Not sweating it. Thank you. See you later. Not sweating that creature attack. Thank you very much. Am I being attacked by... No. That ain't no Leviathan. No way that's a Leviathan. Nah. One of those shot guys. I don't care about him. He can diminish my power a little bit, maybe. But...
Calorie intake
that won't be a problem, because once we get this back down to where it belongs... Did I go the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. I'm going the right way. Don't doubt yourself. Light up everything with the sonar. Go. It's been like 7 years. That's also true. Alright, here we go. Dive, dive, dive. I just love the drama of that statement. It's so dramatic, and I love it. Alright, we're gonna go into silent running for a moment so we can just keep on going without this guy detecting us. He'll just go right underneath us without ever realizing I'm here. Thank you. Oh, is he aggroed on me? Oh, he's aggroed on me.
External hull damage detected.
Let me go! We're gonna stop burning power. Stop hitting me! Let me go! I beat my horn at you, jerk. Okay, turn off the engine. Go silent. Fire suppression system. Alright, fire suppression system's online. Wait, am I locked in here now? What the hell? Why is the ship's... What is going on? What is going on? Help, chat. I can't escape to the prawn suit.
Fire extinguished. Air scrubbers initiated.
Oh, okay, the fire's out. Are we moving? We're being hit by the animal. Gotcha. Okay, we're gonna repair the sub real quick. Yeah, I only... This is an English channel. Speak English in chat, please. I don't need people saying mean things in languages I don't understand, and I just died. Damn it. Did I just lose all my stuff? No, okay. Try this again. Hi there, Ghost Leviathan. Don't notice me, okay? Just pay no mind to the little fish swimming around his bigger fish. Which is, from your perspective, I think what's going on here. Oh, he saw me. He's hungry. There's my cut. There's the point that I made. There we go. Ship fixed. Back inside we go. Oh. Oh, it still hurt. Okay, well, we're gonna get out of here first.
Engine powering up.
He wants some Subway. That's not a Reaper, by the way. That is a Ghost Leviathan. Reaper worse. Alright, we're only 700 meters away from the new base. And once we get there, we can figure everything else out with the prawn suit. We just need this thing to deliver its goods. I was very worried when it turned sideways and gravity wouldn't let me out of the locked room. Couldn't even walk around right. I was worried the whole thing was just going to implode around me because I couldn't tell how much damage was being done or what was happening. Quality. High quality. Wait. Sonar says not that way. Okay, which way is it? So I think I turned the wrong way. I think it's... Oh, gosh. I'm not here.
Powering down.
Sneaky style. Yep.
External hull damage detected.
Alright, we're gonna fix the hull damage before it accumulates and becomes a problem. Hair. Oh, I think he detected me. That's not cash money. There's the other damage. Alright. We continue.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online. Engine powering up.
Dude, if you're gonna disrespect my mods, they're just gonna keep on muting you. You do realize that, right? And I'm not gonna tell them to stop it. If you're gonna disrespect the mods, they're just gonna mute you, man. Like, think this over for a quick sec. He's in here because you were acting the fool. If you don't follow the guidelines she sets forth, she's just gonna deal with it for me. Not the right way to the beacon, but I feel like it's the right way. Maybe it curves around against
Ahead standard.
head standard. Let's go. Full speed. Warp speed. I think we're far enough outside of its stomping grounds that it's not going to try and detect us again, but that might just be optimism from my side trying to get through this region before he pins us to the ceiling again and makes gravity start hurting the occupants. Man, that's almost cheating. Here, let me just stun lock your ship, and then once you activate your fire suppression system because of the fire I started, you'll get locked inside the ship, and then I'm gonna rattle you around like a bean in a tin can. Stop hitting fish. Sorry, the fish are in the way, and I can't dodge all of them. I have very limited power supplies. We need to get this thing out here, and we need to get the power online for the other ship. Otherwise, there's nowhere we're going to be able to produce O2, except for the prawn suit, until that runs out of juice. And then when the prawn suit runs out of juice, there will be no O2 down here. He got X-ray. Alright, here we go. Right up here is the power supply, or the new power supply. And now that we've got magnetite, we've got rubies, and we've got gel, we can produce, run over more fish. You know what? If more show up, sure. Hey, there's one. Dive, 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 smack him.
Warning. Maximum
Oh no.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
No hull damage, please.
Engine powering down.
Alright. Grab the rubies. Grab the gel sacks. We make the aerogel. Very fancy material. That, very fancy. Very, very fancy. Now we grab ourselves this and make ourselves some lubricant. Fantastic. Now we go down here. Grab out the 4 magnetite we got. Grab... Oh, we don't have our building tool. Building tool. We're gonna heal up, then we'll connect that with power lines to the main building. Got spare gold. At least one. Hopefully more. Yeah, we got plenty of gold. Boom. Alright. Oh, no, 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 no. Forgot to heal. I forgot to heal. Where did I put this health pack? Alright, fine. We'll grab a new one then. Oh, it was on me. Hold the doy. There we go. Good stuff. There we go. Thing just lit up like a Christmas tree. There it goes. Perfect. This base should now have power. Ba-bam! Yes! 500 units, too. That's 5 whole batteries worth of power just stocked up. Moon pool. Perfect. Alright. Now there's stuff we gotta build inside. Alright, we need a computer chip and copper wire for that to be finished. Because we're going to set up basics down here. Just like very simple basics, but all the basics. If for some reason our submarine were to break down or run out of power again or anything else like that were to happen, I want an entire station that we can fall back on. Boom. Like that. So yeah, that's what we got this time around. Got ourselves a whole brand new sea base deep, deep, deep down at the end of the Lost River biome. This is going to be where we're going to head off the stream for today. So if y'all enjoyed, I've said it twice before, I'm saying it one last time, right down below there. That's the like button and the subscribe button. Make yourself familiar with them. This channel's doing pretty hot overall with our milestones, and I really want to see us, you know, reach the first set of them, hopefully soon. So if y'all want to help out with that, be sure to like, share, you know, leave down in the comments below what you want to see more of. We do votes for every single stream every Sunday, so be sure to make your voice heard in the community tab. That vote normally goes up on Thursday or Friday, and then Monday and Friday every week we make new videos. So tomorrow's going to be a new video. It's going to be Repo. And then Friday I've got, most likely, it's going to be one of my bigger projects that I've been working on for a while. So stay tuned for that. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.